Hello, everyone. Great afternoon, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. So, I am Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for mental fitness. So, this coaching conversation is for individuals who wants to become mentally fit so they can be empowered to take full responsibility and accountability with their decisions in life. And my mission is to help 1 million individuals to courageously journey towards recovery from their broken name, broken identity, and dreams so that they can design and truly live a life of stewardship. So thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. So please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. So you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. So I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel of Coach AI-Connect. So if you are new to our platform, welcome, and please like, follow, and subscribe. So my topic for this afternoon is mental fitness. Who is it for? Again, if you know someone who will benefit from this session, who you know will be able to help someone in need and create an impact, a positive impact in their life, please feel free to share and tag your friends in the comment section below, and also let me know where you are coming from so I can acknowledge you and I can honor you, and of course your time in joining me in this session and this afternoon. So, in case you're meeting me for the first time, again, my name is Coach Candee Teng. I'm from Life Coach Philippines. I'm a professional life and mental health coach with a coaching focus on healing and recovery. I am a master builder apprentice of Master Coach A, and we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. And of course, I have a mission to help 1 million individuals who wants to take the courageous step out of comfortability to journey towards not only healing but recovery from their broken name, broken identity, and broken dreams so that they can design and truly live a life of stewardship. And also, I am a proud single mom, and I am a mental health and wellness advocate. And being a mental health and wellness advocate is not only limited to to speaking and educating people about mental health, about how to promote their mental well-being, their mental wellness, but it also means that you are or I am an advocate of life, a quality of life regardless of your mental health condition, because you can still live, not only not just to survive, but you can thrive in life as well, no matter what your condition is, and you can live and stay fit, stay mentally sane, and live a beautiful life, a life that you design, a life that you decide for your own. So it is possible regardless of your mental health, and I am a personal testimony of it. So what I will be sharing with you are my journeys towards healing and recovery from my different multiple mental illnesses, and I would be sharing as well the experience of handling people who have mental difficulty, mental illnesses as well. But of course, I won't be disclosing the names and the details. It's more of really, and of course, I have the permission, of course, to share it. This part of the coaching agreement. So before I proceed, I would like to greet Coach Colleen. Hello, good afternoon. I have Coach Bevs as well. And dyan si Leonard, si Mayor Leonard. Hello, good afternoon. So feel free again to remember that this is a safe space while we are talking about mental fitness. Remember that for you to become and to journey on towards the road of becoming mentally fit, it starts with expressing yourself. And you can feel free to express yourself, express your thoughts, and even ask questions. I would really love for you to be asking questions. And no no if time permits, I will be answering these questions as well. If not, I will personally no no go back and answer these questions. And you can of course feel free to drop me a message. And yep, again, in mental fitness, for you to even start, no, oftentimes when you talk about anything fitness, people think that it has to be something of grandeur, yung may ginagawa ka agad na bongga-bongga, no? But in reality, it starts with really expressing your thoughts. And remember that this digital space that we are creating is a very, very safe space. And we have certified life coaches as well on the screen that can help you as well if you need any help. So we have Coach Maureen as well and Master Coach Hasmin. So I invite you, if you wish to connect with me, to like and follow my page, my FB page. So this is Coach Candee. And of course, I invite you to join my tribe when comfort is not too comfortable, coaching tribe. So go ahead. So again, the mission of the tribe is to help people living in a comfortable lifestyle to journey towards stewardship by recovering their identity, their dreams, their broken name, no, and to begin to really kiss, embrace, and enjoy life with the depth of their comfort. And I invite you, if you have any personal message, if you have questions, if you have any thoughts, and if you want to, alam mo yun, during the conversation, you feel as if you want to share something and impart something, go ahead. I invite you to connect with me, to message me at my FB timeline, no, may personal FB page, hindi naman siya page, personal FB timeline can be Teng. So be a channel of love. And yan, yun siya. And I invite you to, of course, like and follow the Cup Coffee Republic. So this is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. And it is where I am presently located. So in the Cup Coffee Republic, especially in during this time of pandemic, when everyone is with ano no physical distancing. And alam mo yun, it triggers different stressors, it triggers mental anxieties and mental challenges, mental situations. And as people become isolated, we have a movement here in the Cup Coffee Republic where we want to become and allow us to become a channel of love and hope as you bless someone with a meal from the Cup Coffee Republic. So by blessing someone with a meal from the Cup Coffee Republic, it is not only a food for their physical body, but it is also a food for their soul. So as you remember them, as you send love to them, let your personal message inspire them as well. You can personally write your message of hope, love, encouragement, appreciation, forgiveness, asking for forgiveness, no. And if you want to add an artsy feel, no, with your personal message, I do calligraphy, and I can create some codes and do some arts for you to make it more personal to the person that you want to send and bless someone. So allow us and let us help you bring light into someone's life this season. So be blessed all the more for being a blessing. And remember that blessing is a lifestyle, or being a blessing is a lifestyle. And being blessed, being able to bless someone is indeed an honor. Ayan. So as I proceed, I invite you to become intentional in getting your hashtag pack my bag moment. So these are the key points, aha moments, words, sharing, lessons that resonated with you, that yun pala yun, ganon. And these are things that speaks to your heart and even pinches your heart. So masakit, aray. Sabi nga ni Master Coach, no, bato-bato sa langit, ang tamaan sa pool. So these are powerful realizations that you need, that for others, no, that they are just waiting for, alam mo yun, someone to say it. And when they get the message, they say, I got it, I'm done. Alam mo yun, solved na ako. I can leave, but then again, I'm just starting. So I encourage you to just journey on and really know more about mental fitness, and finish this episode. And of course, you can also share your hashtag pack my bag moment, real time, no, mga at the moment, on this or on the comment section of this live video. And to be a blessing to your fellow learners, no? Kasi usually, di ba, mabilis yung aha moment. So go ahead and share your aha moments in the chat box so you get to bless fellow learners na joining you live, and even those who will be catching on replay. And of course, I encourage you to share your pack my bag moment on your timeline so you get to bless other people, especially for those who needs to hear and see your aha moment. So hello, Coach Marife. Magandang afternoon. And of course, if you want to put a context so people will know where your hashtag Pack My Bag movement comes from, you can put hashtag Coaching Think Talk and hashtag Mentally Fit Philippines. Ayan. Okay, so for our viewers, I would like to ask you, what is mental health for you? Personal definition mo ng mental health or your understanding of what mental health is. Ayan. So before we dive into the concept of mental fitness and what it is about and who it is for, let us first, syempre, pag may fitness, meron namang health. There's always a health concern, no? Since this is mental fitness, it also always comes from the perspective of mental health. So what is mental health for you? Great afternoon, Janet. Thank you for joining. Hello, Joanna. Ayan. So since Janet just came in, no, again, I have a question for our viewers. What is your personal definition or your personal understanding of what mental health is? Again, ano, no, this is a safe space, so feel free to just express your thoughts. There's nothing right, there's nothing wrong. Just go ahead and express. Ayan. And of course, we value expression, especially in this space, no, as I will be discussing later. You will also understand it. I will also get to share with you what self-expression does really to the mental health and how it's very closely linked with mental wellness and how it can level up, how it can help with your mental state. Ayan. So, ayan, nakikita ko na nagtatag ang mga fellow coaches. So go ahead and feel free to tag. So, I'll continue. So, mental health as defined, no? This is defined by World Health Organization. Mental health is defined as a state of well-being in which every individual realizes first, ito yung first aspect of mental health, is the individual realizes his or her own potential. Then the second aspect is can cope with the normal stressors or stresses in life. Third, can work productively and fruitfully. And fourth, is able to make a contribution to her or his community. So the question is, meron bang nakalagay dito na mental illness? Malabang, wala, di ba? Yes. So when we talk about mental health, it is not about mental illness. We have, I really want to really strongly put this across a message. When we talk about mental health, hindi po siya mental illness. These are different things. Again, when we talk about mental health, it always involves four aspects. First is being able to realize your potential as a person. Second is you are able to cope with the stresses in your life. Third, you can work productively and fruitfully. And fourth, you are able to make a contribution to your community wherever you belong to, whatever space you belong to. So yun po ang description natin ng mental health. Okay? So Joanna, no, si Joanna shared mental health for me is the state of mind. Yes, it also encompasses the state of mind. Yan. And ibaba natin ng konti. Just like health, no, in its physical sense, physical health, we often spend a lot of time looking after our physical well-being, but most of us have never considered about our mental well-being and what it requires for us. What it requires for us is, do we spend the same amount of time and effort as we look into our physical well-being, or wala lang talaga siya, hindi natin siya binibigyan pansin, or if we do know, it's not really on top of our mind, it's not our priority. Ayan. So share with me, feel free to share how you take care of your mental well-being or your mental health as compared to your physical well-being. So pag medyo mabababa tayo sa physical well-being, no? And then mabababa din tayo sa mental health. Then it's not something that no to be ashamed of. It's not something to beat yourself, but it is an opportunity for you to see that you can do something to level up and to increase your well-being either physically or mentally. But since this is mental fitness, the concentration is more on the mental aspect. And si Coach Marife said, mental health is your capability to handle stress. Yes, Coach Marife. So, looking at this definition, no, you can see that mental health is more than just the absence of mental disorder. Kasi wala naman talaga nilalagay dito na mental illness or mental disorder. And mental health is an integral part of our health as a human being. And ewan ko, I don't really know if you get to hear that there is no health without mental health. And I would like to connect this with what Coach Marife said, no? For you to be able to handle stress in your life, you have to have that mental health. You have to have that mental resiliency. And without this, automatically, when we are full of stress, di ba, in science, no, automatically your immune system goes down. And when your immune system goes down, eventually your physical health goes down. So magkakakabit yan. Kaya sinasabi nila is there is no health without mental health. That's just one aspect of it, and that is just one simple explanation of it. And of course, mental health is determined by a range of socioeconomic, biological, and environmental factors. And in its more simplest sense, no, when we talk about mental health, it includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. So, hindi lang to about sa atin, but it is also about our social well-being. Kung paano tayo nakikipag-usap, how we communicate, how we respond, and of course, it involves the emotion, how we respond to emotion, how we see emotion. It affects, when we talk about mental health, no, it affects how we think, how we feel, and of course, how we act. So it's again think, feel, and act. But would you agree with me but that more often it's feel, act, think na yung huli. Yung think na doon na sa reflection pagtapos na action. Naka-scramble siya. So instead of it's think, feel, and act, it's scrambled. It's either feel, act, think, or minsan nga wala talagang think, no, or just act agad. Walang may natural default of acting ka. Yeah. So it's also part of mental health. And when we talk about mental health, it also helps determine how we handle stress, like Coach Marife said, how we make choices as well in life. Kasama dito ang mental health mo. And mental health, as you can see, as I am discussing right now, it is very important in every stage of life, from childhood towards adolescence, towards adulthood, until the day we die. Important ang mental health, and it is a part of us. Therefore, it is something that we should really take time and effort to really build on. And mental health, of course, is fundamental to our ability as humans, like I said, no, think, emote, interact with each other, and earn a living. And of course, ito yung hindi nakikita ng tao, mental health is important for you to be able to enjoy life. And oftentimes, when we talk about mental health, no, it is often interchanged with mental illness. These are used interchangeably, which leads to confusion and misunderstanding. Na tipong pag sinabing mental health, di ba? Kamusta ang mental health? Oh, hindi ako baliw. Ganun agad yung response nila. Wala akong problema sa utak. Yun agad, di ba? Yung response na binibigay ng tao. So again, I want to make a clear definition that when we talk about mental health, it is not mental illness. It is just used interchangeably. But these are two separate concepts, but interrelated naman din siya. Just like physical health, no? When we talk about physical health, meron naman talaga tayong physical illness. Meron tayong mga flu, meron tayong physical conditions, like if you have in terms of your spinal health, o di ba? di naman po ko expert, I'm not a doctor, but it's just an example. When you talk about spine health, if you want, ano mo yung deeper nun. If you talk about spinal health, meron tayong conditions as now we call scoliosis, but does that mean you are not healthy? Ayan. So I will be discussing with you. The next slide is my very, very favorite quadrant, which is the mental wellness quadrant. But as you can see here, let us establish that when we talk about mental health, it it doesn't talk about mental illness. These are two different things. And if you look at the definition of mental health in its four aspects, mental health is not the absence of mental illness, and it is not the opposite of mental illness. Yeah, let it sink in. Mental health is not the absence of mental illness, and it is not the opposite of mental illness. Yan. So before I proceed, no, medyo I just really like to read on the comments of our learners for this afternoon. Ayan. So si Coach Marife, she shared that she takes on a positive perspective to guard her mental health. Yes, tawag po dyan, prevention is when you guard your mental health, you are able to prevent preventing. So just like we are not, again, I am not a medical practitioner. As life coaches, we are not medical practitioners. So we don't prescribe and we don't describe. So it is not our job. Yun siya, no? But as life coaches, we take a very holistic approach when it comes to your mental well-being. So in life coaching, we work in ways in both siya aware, lahat siya, no? And it's encompassing awareness, prevention, and intervention. Yan. Sabi ni Coach Mao, mental health is not mental illness. And Coach Colleen said, yes, as we take care of our physical health, we also need to take care of our mental health. Yes, Coach Colleen. So, ito na ang aking paboritong mental wellness quadrant. Ayan. So, I don't know if you can see this completely on the screen, no, but if you want to learn more about this, feel free to connect with me. So there are four quadrants, no? So yung vertical, but yeah, the vertical, it talks about mental health. So yung upper side is positive, and then the lower is the poor, and then yung horizontal is mental illness. So sa left is there's symptoms of mental illness, and on the right there's no symptom of mental illness. And this is very powerful. When you get to really understand this, you will get to understand mental health and how to elevate your makikita mo dito na may pag-asa. Where you are in the quadrant, there is hope for you to have a positive mental health, even if you have a mental illness, or to have a positive mental health without a mental illness. Okay. Okay. So yung first quadrant is on the upper left side, no? It's positive mental health with mental illness. Then the second quadrant is on the right side, upper right. It's positive mental health without mental illness. The third quadrant is poor mental health with mental illness. And then the last quadrant, or the fourth quadrant, is poor mental health without mental illness. So if you see me looking here, I'm looking at the press mat kasi mas malaki siya. Mas nakikita ko siya, mas nababasa ko siya, no? So, if you are given a chance, a choice, saang quadrant mo gusto? The first, second, third, or fourth? Yan. Tanong lang naman yan. Given a chance, given a choice, wherever you are right now, saang quadrant mo gusto? Yan yung first question natin. In which quadrant do you want to belong in? Do you want to belong in the first quadrant, positive mental health with mental illness? Second quadrant, positive mental health without mental illness? Third quadrant, poor mental health with mental illness? Or fourth quadrant, poor mental health without mental illness? So, you can feel free to share it here, or pwedeng isulat mo lang, or feel free to message this to me later, no? Now, meron tayong desired state. You want something, no? Yan yung desire natin. Saan mo gusto? Ideally, in which quadrant do you want to belong to? Ayan, nag-share na si Joanna. Thank you, Joanna. Sabi niya, second. Yan. Ako din, gusto ko sa second. Tingnan natin, no? Second. Now, this is the desired. Now, if you make an honest assessment on where you are right now, in which quadrant do you belong to? You feel no, it's really up to you if you want to share it or not. Again, if you make an honest assessment, in which quadrant right now do you belong to? And for our audience, when we talk about mental illness, again, I am a life coach, and my personal stand is you do not self-diagnose. You really do not self-diagnose. So if you feel that there is something that's lacking in your mental health, if you feel that you are undergoing something, experiencing something, but you don't have a diagnosis from the doctor, then we can it's really what without mental illness pa kasi hindi naman siya clearly diagnosed. For this slide, no, when we talk about mental illness, let's put it in clear perspective na dito when I talk about mental illness, this is you are clinically diagnosed. May diagnosis ka na from the doctor. Okay? So let us just not to prevent from self-diagnosing, because there's really a downside to self-diagnosing. But the key thing here is I want to assure you that wherever you are in the quadrant, life coaching can help you. And if you want to get help, feel free to connect with me personally. Yan. Yeah. So again, make an honest assessment on where you are right now. Okay? So, let's first discuss, of course, yung second, yan yung optimal, yan yung gusto talaga natin. We want to have positive mental health without mental illness. So, a person with positive mental health, nakakabit to with the definition of mental health. In short, these are individuals who are able to recognize their strength, or they are already realizing their potentials. They are in that journey of realizing their potential. They can cope with the stressors of their life, with the challenges of life. They get to enjoy life. They get to contribute to their communities. Yan talaga siya. So that is positive mental health. Now, ito na yung madaming tanong. Coach, meron akong kilala na sa araw-araw na ginawa ng Diyos, wala na siyang ginawa kung hindi mag-complain at maging negative. Meron ba siyang sakit? Again, I am not a doctor. We do not prescribe and we do not describe. The reason I am presenting you with this mental wellness quadrant is not for you to judge others in terms of their mental health, but to have a clear assessment of where you are. Ikaw, para to sa'yo. Para sa'yo. Okay? So you can see with poor mental health without mental illness. So these are individuals who respond to challenging life situations with unhealthy behavior, such as they resort to substance abuse, they withdraw, they isolate, they experience anxiety. For others, it's even extreme anxiety, no? Ito yung sinasabi din natin, other individuals may develop persistent negative thinking patterns, okay, that impedes. The thing here is that it impedes with their ability to maintain healthy relationship, to function well, and to become independent, and to be able to enjoy life. Ayan. So, titingnan mo sila, they are the poor mental health without mental illnesses. Poor mental health because they are not able to meet the four aspects of the definition of mental health according to WHO. Now, sa tingin nyo, if a person who is experiencing a poor mental health, even without mental illnesses, and they are continuously exposed to hazards, no? When we say hazards, is anything that will aggravate their mental condition. Sabihin mong negative na siya, tapos palagi pang nafi-feed yung pagiging negative niya. If a person keeps on isolating and meron talaga siyang social withdrawal, and this continues, and the person is unable to really communicate, unable to build healthy relationship with others, just like physical illness, no? Physical health, baba natin ng konti. Just like in physical health, even if, no, wala kang illness, but the condition, your living condition is poor. Tapos madaming hazards, may mga toxic, hindi maayos yung madumi. May ganyan, madumi, puro bacteria. Ayan. Ano sa tingin niyo yung mangyayari sa tao? Ano sa tingin niyo mangyayari sa tao? So what can happen is, 'di ba, pag physical healthy ka, eventually you keep subjecting yourself to stresses, you keep subjecting yourself to an unclean environment, to an unhealthy environment. Eventually, yung taong maganda yung physical health, eventually they will develop a sickness. Magkakasakit sila, magkaka-fever sila. It depends, 'di ba, kung anong klaseng physical fitness 'yan. It's the same with mental health. If the person is continuously exposed to hazard or something that continuous stress, continuous negativity, continuous substance abuse, continuous nag-isolate sila, they don't get to connect, they continuous yung anxiety, and palala siya na palala, eventually the person will switch or will go or move towards the third quadrant, which is the poor mental health with mental illness. Ito yung mga taong bilang dati okay, tas eventually napapansin nyo, nag-deteriorate, and then eventually full blown, sumasabog. And then, hindi na nila kaya, mapupunta sila sa mental health doctor, sa psychiatrist, and they get themselves diagnosed. And then eventually, they have the poor mental health with mental illness. So ito yung mga cases ng usually na pumupunta sa mga psychiatrist, no? Don't get me wrong, I am one, and there's nothing wrong with visiting the psychiatrist. It doesn't make you less of a person. Okay? So when you're someone with poor mental health, with mental illness, these individuals have symptoms, of course, of mental illness. And when you talk about mental illness, madami yan. And again, I'm not a medical practitioner, so I don't dive into the mental illness part. So what I am doing is just educating you for you to understand the mental wellness quadrant. And when these people experience poor mental health, they have difficulties managing or functioning day to day task. Yung sense of responsibility nawawala, and then eventually yung healthy relationships nila, they are unable to create healthy relationships, and they are unable to function. When you say function, it's not only limited to the workplace. They are unable to function, like even there are cases, ako na lang, tulad ko, like me. In my case, when the mental illness really yung nandoon na siya sa peak ng pagiging ng episodes ko, before, what really happened was even the basic function of hygiene hindi na siya kaya i-sustain. Ayan. Okay? So when we talk about poor mental health with mental illness, yun siya. That's really the reality, and I am sharing from my own experience. Hindi experience sa ibang tao dito, akin to. Okay? To just give you an example. Okay? Of course, I cannot give the experiences of my clients. These are different, and we have non-disclosure agreements. Now, the question is, ang tao pag nasa poor mental health with mental illness, this is an honest ikaw, the way you think. Sa tingin mo ba meron silang pag-asa gumaling? Or if you are someone who is experiencing the mental illness, or even nandun ka sa poor mental health without mental illness, do you see yourself as someone who can reach still the positive mental health without mental illness? Is it possible for you? Kaya mo ba paniwalaan ang sarili mo na kaya mong gumaling? Great news, yes, you can. Okay? You can. Healing comes when the ecology is changed. Yan sabi ni Coach Marife. Yes. So before ako pumunta doon sa ecology na sinasabi ni Coach Marife, na-excite ako bigla. Excited naman talaga ako because I'm really passionate with sharing this, For a person with poor mental health, with mental illness, this is where intervention comes in. And when we talk about intervention, it has to come with a professional service provider. Hindi po pwede dito ang pamilya at ang kaibigan. It is not enough. for a person who is suffering from mental health challenges, mental health condition, it has to have an aspect of intervention. And when we talk about intervention, third party service provider, you just have to make sure that the third party service provider is um, hindi naman credible. Ayan, credible. Meron silang history of working really with individuals who have results, no? May track results sila. And if you work with, I have cases na they work with a psychologist but you expired na yung license. So make sure that you do your due diligence, that when you work with a professional third party service provider, you really look into their background. Okay? You look at their credibility, you look at their track records, and you make sure that when you work with a third party professional service provider, ano siya, you feel at ease nandoon. You can communicate freely with that person, you can connect with that person. Now, the great news is when you get to the intervention part, and when you get the help of a service provider, pwede kang umangat sa first quadrant. For this is people who have mental illnesses. Pwede ka umangat. Aangat ka muna sa first quadrant, positive mental health with mental illness, because if you have the mental illness, hindi siya basta-basta gagaling. It is a process. It is a journey. Again, it is a process. It is a journey. Now, for people without mental health, when you work with a professional service provider as well, like a life coach, ano yun, kung anong mental health practitioner or service provider, aangat ka papuntang second quadrant. It is possible. Now, let's concentrate on people with mental illness, because oftentimes people with mental illness, automatically hopeless yan. They see themselves as hopeless. And even the people surrounding them, they see na bakit ang tagal gumaling? When we talk about psychiatrists, they deal with the mental illness, more of the med sila. But if you really want to work on the positive, on the mental health, this is where life coaching comes in. This is where psychologists come in. Ayan, madaming ibang klaseng professional service provider, but they really work with the mental aspects on building mental fitness regimens, on how to really equip your mind and how to empower you. Yun siya. So it is not hindi siya limited, no, it's hindi lang siya limited to medicine, because the medicine just deals with the illness, yung prevention para hindi lumala, but it doesn't necessarily heal you. If you really want to get healed, you have to work on your mental health. You want to bring your mental health from poor to positive. Posible ba yon? Yes. Again, the definition of mental health is for a person to meet the four aspects of the WHO description of mental health. So even if the person is clinically diagnosed, may diagnosis yan, pwede pa rin maging mentally healthy yung taong diagnosed. That is the truth to it. So, hindi porket baliw, wala ka ng pag-asa. Hindi porket baliw, hindi ka makaka-function. Hindi porket baliw, hindi ka makaka-enjoy ng iyong buhay. Let me send that message across. Hindi porket may mental condition ka, yan ka na lang. Pwede kang mabuhay ng matiwasay. Pwede kang mabuhay ng maayos at pwede kang mabuhay ng masaya if you really want to work on your mental health. If you get the help of a professional. And then again, it is a process. Hindi siya magic, hindi siya overnight. And eventually, as you continue to work on your positive mental health, kahit may condition ka, pag naangat mo talaga yung positive mental health mo, you can be healed and you can go towards the second quadrant, which is the positive mental health without mental illness. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Sino ang proof? I am a living proof. I am a living proof of this mental wellness quadrant. And I am a living proof of the coaching-based intervention model that we use in Life Coach Philippines, that Master Coach A developed. It is possible. I am a product of it. Dinaanan ko po to lahat ng quadrant na to. it just took time. It was a journey. It was a process. So for those who don't know, no, just to give you a backdrop, so I was clinically diagnosed with multiple mental disorders. I had bipolar, I had I have bipolar, I have postpartum depression, I have ADHD, I have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I was raped and I was sexually molested. I had DID, dissociative identity disorder or multiple personalities. I have known 6 personalities, and I had this eating disorders. Okay, and I was suicidal. I attempted suicide at least 3 times. And I was in a state na I was unable to function, no? I was really unable to function. I was unable to get out of bed. And getting out of bed is really hard for me. And when I journeyed with Master Coach A, who is my personal life coach, it was as simple as getting out of bed. Yun yung goal namin. But then again, as life coaches, we do not work with the illness. What sets life coaching apart from other professions is we work on your present state no matter where you are right now towards the future that you want. Yung gusto mong buhay, yung pangarap mong buhay, yung gusto mong ipaglaban na buhay. Kasi kahit anong kondisyon mo, meron kang gusto sa buhay. At hindi ako maniniwala na wala kang gusto sa buhay. Meron kang gusto. Ang tanong, gusto mo bang ipaglaban yung buhay mo? That is the question. Passionate ako, di ba? Yun talaga siya. Gusto mo bang ipaglaban yan? Regardless na bumabagsak-bagsak ka, gusto mo bang bumangon para ipaglaban yung buhay mo? Para ipaglaban yung pangarap mo? Kasi pwede. Because it can and you can. And because I am really a living testimony of this, talagang alam mo yung taga mo sa bato. Kaya. Possible. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't really get out of the space. Hindi ako makalabas ng kwarto. Pero eventually, here I am right now. Before, I couldn't even talk to people. I got panic attacks and everything. Tumatakbo ko sa CR, nagtatago ko ng 2 oras. But now, here I am, standing, hindi naman standing, but sitting in front of you. Here I am, delivering a message that whatever condition you are in, it is possible for you to have a positive mental health. And if you are someone who is suffering from mental health condition, it is possible for you to get healed. And this is the coaching-based intervention model that I am talking about. Yeah. Na-skip natin, no? Yan, dito tayo. Ayan. Coaching-based intervention model that I am talking about. So if you want to learn more about this, feel free to connect with me and I will be really happy to explain this to you. And if you want to have a brief overview of this coaching-based intervention model, I just last week I have a session on what is mental fitness, and hinapyawan ko to, dinaanan ko to. You can watch that video. It is available in Life Coach Philippines page and in Coach A I-Connect YouTube channel. This is a proven methodology because it worked on me. And it is working with my clients right now. And if you ask me, hindi po lahat ng clients ko ay may mental conditions, FYI. Okay? This is not for everyone. This is really a focus on intervention. But what sets this coaching-based intervention apart from the perspective of life coaching is that when even in the process of intervention, you are able to process as well and you are able to create an awareness and a prevention part even though you are on the intervention part, because as we work with you, as a life coach works with you in intervention, you become aware of the triggers, and when you become aware of the triggers, you will be able to create a plan with the life coach on how you can prevent the triggers from happening para hindi lumalala yung condition mo, intervention, and eventually you get to clean your space. And this is where ecology matters. Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Marife. In healing, ecology matters. And this is what life coaching is all about. And this is what Decaf Coffee Republic is all about. This space, kung nasaan ako ng coffee shop, this space is a home, a refuge to many who are like me. many people who are looking for healing, a safe space where they can just be themselves, where they can express themselves without judgment. Napapakinggan sila. That when they are here, they feel that they are loved, that they are accepted. That even if their families cannot accept them and love them, this space is for you. The people here, alam mo yun, malalaki ang puso ng mga tao dito. And it was my journey as well. As I came here, this has become my second home. Actually, home ko na talaga siya, di lang second home. No? It has become my home. And it has been an ecology for me that really allowed me to heal. And hindi lang siya ecology. When we talk about ecology, it is not only limited to the physical space. Here in Life Coaching, in Life Coach Philippines, we create that mental and emotional space for you. Even if it's only digital, we create that space for you because your life matters. And we advocate quality of life for you. As you continue on the journey, ayan, di ba, si Coach Marife, nag-share din siya. It worked on me and my family too. If you want to know more about this, and alam mo yun, if you really want to know na, totoo ba yan, gumagana ba yan, I invite you, connect with me. Connect with a certified life coach here. You can connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. And for you to really know that healing is possible and there is such a space that we create where you can feel love and you will be accepted, you will be able to really allow yourself to come out and allow yourself to heal in the process as you work towards your goals and your vision in life. Again, as life coaches, we work on result-based, no? Result-based tayo. It's present to future. No matter what your condition is right now, no matter what you are going through, may gusto kang gawin sa buhay, may gusto kang ma-achieve. Let's work on that. Allow us to work with you. Allow us to journey with you. And I'm seeing Egay. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, no? Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. I think it's my first time seeing you, no? Thank you for joining. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to connect with me. And as I leave you for this episode, I invite you to connect with me. You can connect with me here through my Coach Can through my page, Coach Candee. You can also, I invite you to join my group, no, when comfort is not too comfortable. When you join the group, just remember to answer the membership questions, all the membership questions for your membership to be approved. You can send me an email, you can drop me a message, no. That's my personal number, of course. And again, you can add me on Facebook, Candee Teng. And of course, if you want to see where you are right now, I have this self-care check-up worksheet and this mindset check-up worksheet that I can share with you, that I can help to begin with your journey towards becoming mentally fit so you can stay alive and live life beautifully and live for the life that you want to have. So don't settle for less than what you deserve. Have hope, have hope, have hope that wherever you are right now, healing is possible for you, that you can still go and move, and you can still have the life that you truly want for yourself and for your family and for the other people. So, yep, as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. So do join us for another coaching conversation tomorrow with Coach Orville for coaching for careless living at 10 a.m. So we have Coach C for coaching for actionable motivations at 2 p.m. And we have Coach John Roca for coaching for premium growth at 4 p.m. And I would also like to invite you to Master Coach Ace co-actively co-create life coach certification program. So this is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. So this includes 21-day web-based learning, It includes 3-day, of course, 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. So the program package also comes with many other bonuses. Just connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities that awaits you in this fulfilling profession. Once again, this is Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Because coaches like us think and talk like this. And this is us in the Philippines. See you again next week. Love and boom, love and boom, love and boom. Bye-bye.